World War I technology. Flamethrowers. Whilst the flamethrower didn't play nearly as big of a role as the machine guns or tanks during the First World War, it certainly was a very brutal weapon. It did, however, go mostly unreported. The idea of using fire as a weapon dates back from the Stone Age. The flamethrowers as we know them today were first developed in the 1900s by a man named Richard Fiedler. The German military tested out two versions of the so-called Flammenwerfer. The lighter, more portable version of the flamethrower, the Klein Flammenwerfer, and the larger, less portable version named Gross Flammenwerfer. The Flammenwerfer was put into service from 1911 and first saw action somewhere in 1914 on the Western Front against the French, although its use went mostly undocumented. The first notable use of the flamethrower, however, was during a surprise attack on Flanders on July 30th, 1915. The Germans terrified the British opposition with this brutal weapon. Germany carried over the flamethrower over multiple fronts, and eventually the British and the French would experiment with their own types of flamethrowers. The British would create large, heavy, non-portable flamethrowers and use them on the Somme offensive, whilst the French would create light one-man flamethrowers and use them in trench attacks from 1917 to 1918. The Germans also went on to create a modified, lighter version of their already existing Flammenwerfer. The wax would become well known among World War I fanatics. Flamethrower operators would live with the greatest of danger. It wasn't out of the ordinary that the cylinder carrying the fuel would unexpectedly explode. Not only that, but operators were high priority targets. Should they be taken prisoner, they could not expect mercy. More soldiers died from fear than from the flamethrower's fire itself in World War I. Once a flamethrower operator would enter a trench and, quite literally, open fire, most soldiers would crawl out of their trench in terror, where they would be mowed down by machine guns and artillery. Flamethrower use consists to this day, although it's mostly looked upon as unethical and barbaric.